Greetings my friends, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Alicia and today I am going to be reorganizing my pantry. My pantry is in dire need of some organization. This happens about like several times a year, let's be honest, where things just start looking sloppy. I can't find some things, so I need to reorganize it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through cabinet by cabinet and pull everything out. I'm not gonna do the entire pantry at one time. It seems like a more tedious project if you do that. If you work one cabinet at a time, it seems more doable. Plus, if I run out of time, at least I have one pantry cabinet done. So I'm gonna start off with the messiest part of my pantry, and that's gonna be like the canned goods / pasta area. So this side of my pantry is where I hold all of my canned goods, my breads, pastas, and this is the side of my pantry that gets the most disorganized out of all of the other areas. And so you can see things are just kind of stacking up in the front here. I've mentioned this in other videos that my pantry is not the best. It is super deep, like beyond deep. Probably like an arm's length, if not more. My whole arm is in here, including my shoulder. So that is one of the problems with this pantry and why it ends up looking like this. Things just tend to start stacking up in the front because it's hard to look back there. What I'm thinking and what I'm hoping for next year is maybe a pull-out drawer system. I don't know. Do you guys have that? Like if you have deep shelves, let me know if that ends up working for you. I feel like I would lose space, but maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. So let me know if you think that would work for my type of pantry. I'm gonna put all this stuff down on the floor and start going through everything, throw away things that have expired, and then start to organize. This method, honestly, just working cabinet by cabinet, just one at a time, is probably the best method to use in any room in your home. Just taking like maybe one drawer at a time and reorganizing is the best way to go about it. If you're emptying all your drawers or your cabinets at once, you can get overwhelmed and you'll feel like it's just a never-ending mess. So this was honestly the best way to do it for me. What do you think of all this stuff? This is ridiculous, huh? Is this crazy? Jeez Louise. Okay, I pulled out all of like the canned stuff and the pastas. Lots of duplicates here, which is to be expected because I can't see anything in my pantry. I'm gonna clean out the bottom portion here in a second because it's not really food. It's more like supplies, like cooking and eating supplies. So I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna go through all of this stuff and see what's expired, what needs to be thrown out, what needs to be eaten first. And so what needs to be eaten first, I'm probably gonna move towards the front of my pantry, and then I'm gonna just clean this out, wipe it down with my all-purpose cleaner because I don't want it to smell like with very astringent, strong smelling cleaners because food's in there. Let's get into this. Ooh, we love these, huh? Chomps are good. I prefer to use my homemade natural cleaner in areas like this where there's food. I don't want it to smell like bleach in that area. But in my cleaner, I just use water, some vinegar, a few drops of Dawn dish soap, and some essential oil. I'm using lemon, and I'll leave like the recipe of how to make it down below. So my husband agreed with me that this is not the best pantry. So you can see that this is different shelving than this. This is the original. This one started rotting, so he had to replace it with like actual wood. But what he also did was he added like a couple of homemade risers. I could definitely buy some like risers off of Amazon, but this turned out to be the best solution for us because we needed something that made sure it fit all the way across. So this is made so that I can actually see what's back there. As you can see, it is just beyond deep. So those risers definitely kind of help. I feel like I need it for up here too, but again, a better storage like drawer system would probably work for my benefit. For those that are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Alicia, and I thought I'd give a little bit of information of what you can find here on my channel. I love to do a lot of food-related videos, a lot of grocery hauls, what's for dinner videos, lunchbox videos. I do have a few travel videos on my channel here as well, a few Disney vlogs, and some more are going to be coming up soon. So if you are interested in that type of content, definitely subscribe and hang around. I would love to get to know you. So I threw away a lot. I mean, not a lot, but I mean a good amount. So now I pushed the stuff aside that I need to use like pretty quick here, like within the next 3 to 4 months is what they are. Everything else is good till the end of the year or even into next year. So we're good here. I'm gonna start organizing from back to front and probably like tallest to shortest because obviously I can't see back there. So I'm gonna start putting everything in there. We have so many ketchup bottles right here. One tip or one suggestion I should say I have for you is if you're gonna clean out your pantry, maybe do it like the day before your trash gets dumped so that your trash can is not overfilled with, you know, just the weekly trash and whatnot, especially if you know that your pantry is gonna have a lot of trash or expired food that needs to get thrown away. It's just more helpful to do it closer to trash day. So many hot sauces too. Yes, we do love hot sauces. And we like a variety of hot sauce. I just posted a what's for dinner 3 easy meal video where I talk about hot sauces and how we like to use different hot sauces for different types of cuisine. And then I just have some random, like regular, just things that I'm going to stagger just so I can kind of see them better. So here's what this looks like as of now. I have a little bit of room in the front purposefully because I'm going to put the things that are going to expire right up here. Now, aesthetically, it doesn't look great because these are taller than some of the stuff behind, but I want to make sure I'm not wasting a lot of this stuff. So now I need to come up with something to make with the sweet chili sauce. The strawberry jam, that's not a problem. This was given to my mom who said she wasn't going to use it, but it was going to expire in a couple months. So that's going to be used up like in a month. And then I need to figure out what to do with guacamole salsa. And then I have oyster flavor sauce. I haven't used this at all. It's not even open. I'll probably end up making some like thumbprint cookies, but once this is all used, it'll look a lot better back there. But for now, I just want to make sure I'm not being wasteful. And just like I did with my canned goods, I'm going to go through all of this stuff. I think a lot of this stuff is probably good, but I'm just going to double check, make sure they're not expired so that I can use them. I have a lot of Italian seasoning dressing packets because I use this in my creamy chicken goodness crock-pot meal. Wow, I have so many. I'll post the recipe for that down below, but it's such a good meal. I like this little container because it keeps all the packets like nicely organized, or it should. That's what the whole purpose of it is. Check this out. I was really able to condense this down quite a bit. So that's great. So I'm gonna start putting this all back inside. Again, another riser would be great because look at all that space up here that I could just be stacking and using. Again, from my mom, I usually use like the refrigerated, like organic peanut butter, but got it from my mom, so I'm gonna use it. You never say no to food. Okay, this is good. Okay, so while aesthetically, I can't see the elbow from this angle, but when I'm looking down like this is eye level, I can see what's back here. So this is fine for me. I can see everything. I know what's going on in here. It is nice and organized. Awesome. Okay, so let's work on the bottom now, which is gonna be really, really quick. It's not so bad down here because it's just like cooking supplies, cups, plastic stuff. It's gonna be a breeze. This is it. This is all I have to stick back in there. I'm wondering, this is obviously going to be reorganized, but I'm wondering if I should just start putting my Tupperware. I have like some glass Tupperware that I can put down in here just to make it look a little bit better. This is like the most organized part, is my lunchbox area. All of my stuff, this is always like in pretty good condition, good shape. But behind it is all the Tupperware. So I'm thinking maybe I should just move all my Tupperware down here. I think I'm gonna do that. And then I could put like all of this plastic stuff with this stuff right here, because I do have some more Tupperware back here too. This bag is filled already. There is so much unnecessary stuff in here. And then this I'm gonna recycle, that's a box. This goes in a different area of the house. And then this goes in the garage, and then this goes in the laundry room. Wonderful. Okay, making progress here, making progress. You want to go on a walk? Yes. Cheese. Cheese. You're cute.
Okay. Mama.
Oh my gosh, this will surely, look at all this, so much room. I really don't have that much stuff. I mean, it looks like a lot, but I can condense this all down. Some of this stuff can go into our laundry room. We have a whole like storage area with a bunch of like excess supplies, so I can probably do that. And then I'm gonna donate a bunch of that stuff over there, go through this, see what I can keep and what I can donate. I think there's gonna be plenty of room throughout these 3 areas. And this storage bin I got from the Dollar Tree. So all these lunchbox lids that I recommend, they fit perfectly in here. I have a ton of them, but you can also, there's also enough room in here still where I can put my little silicone baking cups that I like to use. That goes back there too. Okay, I'm trying to figure out a way to organize this. So I do have a nosy little 2-year-old that likes to go through my stuff. So I'm trying to organize this in a way where I know she's gonna get in here and mess things up. So I'm wondering if I should just move that all towards the back. I'm used to having the lunchbox stuff in the front, but let me just mess around with this. Awesome. Okay, so I don't know. I might actually move my kids' lunch boxes down here. Right now, they are on the very top of my fridge. If you can see, they're up there. But I think it would look nicer if I just placed them right next to their actual lunchbox supplies. I put all of the lids onto the Tupperware because I wanted to make sure everything had a lid. Now I have these left over. Now I'm thinking some of my Tupperware is in the fridge right now just because I could not find the matching lid. So I'm gonna save those just to make sure that they're somewhere. What's most concerning about all of this is that I have a whole pile of these little sauce containers I like to use for my kids, like snacks or just for sauces. I have a whole bunch, yet I only have this many lids for them. Where did the lids go? I'm assuming my daughter did something with them. They're probably, I don't even know. They're somewhere. I have no idea where. I'm gonna have to locate them. I'm gonna keep them to a side. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the lids on all of the Tupperware just like this and stick it in there so that it's more of a time saver for me or for my husband whenever we go into the cabinet to grab Tupperware. It'll already have its matching lid on. after of this bottom shelf. It looks so fantastic. I ended up putting the loose lids on top back there. This is all I have. I thought I had way more than this, so this is awesome. I can see everything. Every lid goes with its bottom half, so this is perfect. So now I just need to get all of this in here, which is not going to be a problem because I don't have much. This looks so fantastic, like so much better than it did before. My goodness. Okay, so the last thing to do in this area on the bottom cabinets is a snack area. Now, this honestly we keep pretty good and organized as well. I probably just have to go through some of this stuff. They got like now I remember where they're at. Look. All right, they were hidden by the hot chocolates they got in their Christmas presents from like my mom. Here's some of those lids. I can move them down where they belong. There we go. I was wondering where the heck they all went to. So like I was mentioning, this area is fairly organized. This is supposed to be like their after school snacks. I do have an after school snack video on my channel. I will link it. These probably should not go here because these are not really like a snack. I'm just, for right now, just seeing what all is in here. Okay. Somebody, and I know exactly who. I know who's doing this. Oh my goodness. Little sneaky kid. Alright, so trail mix stuff goes back there. I'm gonna take all these candies out of here. That was probably my fault. If it's in their snack area, that means that it's up for grabs, although they're still supposed to ask if they're allowed to have it. Some fruit snacks that they got in their stockings for Christmas. Like I mentioned, this is all pretty well organized. So I don't think I'm gonna mess with this area because it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna probably move the hot chocolate up into my baking area, and I haven't even shown really this yet. This is my baking area. Definitely needs to be reorganized. And I have all this stuff too, and then on this side, excess baking stuff up there. Not too bad of stuff in here going on, and this is pretty empty, so I think this part is not going to be bad. Baking, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm very happy with how everything's looking. I got a little donation pile going on. Trash is pretty much filled. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing like I did before, and I'm going to just bring everything down. Probably just starting with this whole side right here. I do believe I have some heavier things on the very top I'm not going to bring down because they're like 1-year uses. So I'm going to leave them up there, but anything else I'm going to just bring on down to the floor and start going through it. Alright, so I have a lot of baking stuff to go through. A lot of this, like I would say some of this, my mom has purchased for me. Sometimes she buys a lot when it's on sale and then she doesn't use it and she gives it to me, which I'm totally cool with. So I have an excess of baking stuff I need to bake here pretty soon. So I'm going to go again through everything, and then whatever needs to be thrown away, I'm going to throw away. Is the empty baking area. You can see that I have those risers that I did get from Amazon, and you can see it doesn't go all the way across, but it works for now. So I'm going to start putting everything back in here. I'm stacking them like that because I really don't have any other like bottles or anything small. I mainly have a lot of bags, so that's how I'm going to display all that. I went ahead and started reorganizing the middle shelf, and I'm keeping all this stuff up here. It's pretty organized. This is like all my baking stuff, like sprinkles are all on the top, and then I have like some icing bags and gel coloring down there, cookie cutters back there. So this is pretty much good to go. So I don't use this stuff very often. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all my excess like sugar and flour up on this shelf so that this shelf is more readily accessible for baking. This makes a lot more sense. I have all of my brown sugar bags up here, along with those 3 powdered sugar bags, a bag of flour, an open bag of sugar that I will just replenish into the canister whenever I'm running out of sugar. And so I'm going to be using the dark brown sugar from here, light brown sugar's back there, and then whenever I need to refill them, I'm gonna grab them from right here, and then I'm gonna use that powdered sugar because I don't have one open already. Now I just need to get the rest of this stuff in this little area. This is the best that I can do with everything that I have because I do have a lot of stuff, which means I just need to bake more. That's all that means. So I have all of my seeds and nuts in this container right here. I have a bunch of like I have a bunch of cocoa powder and like just like baking chocolates that are in here. And I have my chocolate chips back here, and the excess chocolate chips, because I always buy the big Costco bags, they're right back there. That is basically all I can do here until I start using this stuff, which means I do not need to buy any baking anything for a long time. Now going on to this side of my cabinet, I don't think it's gonna take much work. There's not much stuff here, really not much stuff here, and up there is just like a bunch of more heavy stuff that I don't use often but I need. So I'm gonna go through this really quick. It's not gonna take me that long because there's really not much. I have to go to the store. I have all my chips and like crackers towards the back. I only have one thing of cookies, which is shocking for my kids' lunches, and then some popcorn. I have a huge space right here. Here's my middle row of cereals and granola and oatmeal. I have extra oatmeal bags because I buy all of my bags of oatmeal from Costco. More cereal to refill this whenever this gets empty. But you can see there's like a big space back here with room for whatever I guess I could put back here. But that's the problem again, as I would have to push all this stuff back to make room for the front, but I want to see everything. But now look at all the room up here that I have, and then a lot more room on this side now too for anything basically. This looks really good. Funny story about this, look at all of these candy bars in here. This is from my older son who was spending money at school. I'm sure the school is very pleased with him. He was buying the world's finest chocolate bars, and he just pulled it out one day and showed it to us, and I immediately took it away from him because he would absolutely eat the whole thing. Now that I'm done, here is the final trash area. I'm running out of room, so I need to grab another trash bag, and I need to recycle some boxes. But this is everything that came out of all of my pantries, and I'm just gonna try to be better about keeping it organized and using everything that I have. All right, my friends, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this pantry reorganization. I'm gonna do a fridge and freezer one probably in the next few weeks here. So if you're not subscribed already, definitely subscribe so you get that notification. Thank you so much for watching and being here, and we will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Oh gosh, that bag's gonna break. There's no way. I'm gonna have to slide it. So heavy.